Hello, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. You have played a Coventry University September intake update video. So hope you're all well and safe. This is Zainul Abidin from Student Connect London office. Today, we are back with the Student Connect live show. We have been doing this live information session from sessions with UK University to support students with information and updates on studying in the UK and UK universities. Just due to this COVID-19 situation, I know you're all staying home, locked down within this time so that we can help you with the information you need in order to plan your study abroad, especially studying in the UK and UK study information. So just a small brief about Student Connect. We are a UK-based education consultant. We specialize in UK higher education admission. And our head office is in London. We have 3 branch offices in Bangladesh. So today we have with us Miss Georgia Brown from Coventry University. She is our country manager of Bangladesh, and also she is manager for the Nepal and Sri Lanka. So our objective of this live stream is to give you detailed information on the Coventry University's plan on September intake, how the classes will start, especially, in this COVID situation, you are worried how are you gonna, fly and what will happen once you arrive in the UK, how the classes will take place, how you're gonna do enrollment, how you're going to submit assignments, even how to apply for the visa, will you get visa on time? So stay tuned with us. All the questions you have, everything will be answered today. So without further delay, I would invite here to Miss Georgia Brown from Coventry University. Hello, Georgia.
Hi, everybody. Thank you very much for inviting me to join you on your Facebook Live session. As Zain's just touched upon, I know that there must be a lot of worry at the moment around the whole situation, and I hope and know that we can clear up a lot of your questions in this session today. So yeah, stay tuned for the whole session. And yeah, let's
First of all,
begin.
I want to welcome you to our Student Connect live show, and also a warm welcome to the Coventry University team. I know you joined recently, and also you've been looking after a great area, Bangladesh, which is in South Asia region, one of the busiest region as well. So a warm greetings and congratulations on joining Coventry University.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, it's been a very, very busy 4 weeks. So as you've already said, I'm looking after Bangladesh, but also Nepal and Sri Lanka. So I think I've joined at a really busy time. I think COVID has thrown everything all up in the air. So everybody's learning along with me, which is great. But I don't think I've ever learned as much in such a small amount of time as I have the last few weeks. So yeah, it's been brilliant.
Fantastic, great. So today we want to give students as much as information possible, and also give them the confidence so that they can get confidence by getting all the required information they need in order to start the September intake. I know September intakes already is on the approach, is coming soon. So we understand that already new applicants maybe will be difficult for them to join in. So this would be more for whoever holding offer letters, can they make it on time for September? So what are the plans? If you can go through one by one, would be really great.
Absolutely, yeah. So I think you've already touched upon sort of new applications coming through at the moment. We are seeing new applications coming through even as early as today. So, if there are any new applicants watching, if you're thinking, oh, maybe it's too late to join for September, not necessarily the case. Speak with Zain, get your application in, and we can see what we can do for you. But I do think you're right in saying the session is also aimed at offer holders. So if you are an offer holder with Coventry, first of all, congratulations. I hope everything's gone well with your exams, and hopefully it will be soon. So I know there must be a lot of worry and anxiety around, am I going to be able to fly? What's going to happen when I come to England? How do I enroll, etc. So I'm going to apologise in advance for what may seem like an overload of information, but I hope that it's very helpful to you. So currently in the UK, the government has an approach of caution with the whole global situation being as it is. And Bangladesh, Nepal and Sri Lanka are all on our list of countries that you will have to quarantine to come into. which means if you do choose to come to the UK to September, you will have to quarantine for 2 weeks, which means you will have to stay inside. You won't be able to come out, which may be quite daunting. However, at Coventry, we have adopted a blended learning approach. So if you do choose to enroll and do come to Coventry in September, you'll be able to take your courses completely online. So you won't fall behind, you won't miss out. Is there anything in particular, Zain, that you want to touch upon? Because I am worried I'm going to be giving an overload of information, and I don't want to overwhelm anybody.
So one of the main I think concern would be to the students. Suppose a lot of them probably starting bank statement this month or so because of the COVID situation. They could not come out, go to bank, open bank accounts. So if they're starting bank, say for example this week or so, their bank statement will be matured end of the month or first week of September. So they would like to know probably what is the deadline to issue cars, and is there enough time, like to get the visa and thing. Bear in mind that in Bangladesh there is no priority service at the moment. It's only standard service now.
Yeah, of course. So I know that CASs have been a big concern to a lot of people, and Coventry's heard that. So what we've actually done is something we've never done before, because clearly September is a very unique intake for us and for all the students. And what we wanted to do was give everybody an equal opportunity to still be able to study as they would have, or at least online learn. So we've started issuing CASs now. And what we've done is the final end date on that CAS letter is February 2021. So you've got essentially 6 months to get your CAS, which means within the next 6 months, you can be applying for your visa. So even if you don't feel comfortable coming to the UK for September, you can still enroll online, because everybody can enroll online. And then you can apply for your CAS as late as January or February and still come to the UK and pick up semester 2 and start learning in the UK as late as February. So when you say about CAS deadlines, which I appreciate is a big concern, it's different this year. It will depend on online enrolment. So for all the offer holders that are watching this now, my advice for you would be to satisfy the conditions of your offer and then pay your deposit and, satisfy all your conditions. And then you can enroll online. For Coventry, it's from the 14th of September until the 28th. And then London campus is a week after. So long as you've enrolled for September, you can apply for your CAS up until February, and then you can still get your visa and come and study, having done your first semester or even into your second semester entirely online.
So we can plan out this way. If the student is coming for September intake, they can register online. They can register online, and they don't need to worry about the deadline.
No.
Exactly.
No.
So they don't need to worry about that. Will I pass the test date or not, the enrollment date or not? They can come either, after passing the enrollment, because they would be enrolling online, and they would be already starting classes as well, and they would not miss any classes.
Yeah. So usually it would be the CAS deadline cutoff would be a few weeks before enrollment. However, for this intake, it will be slightly later into October, November. So you can apply for your visa, and then your end date can be, as I said, up until February, which is really something we've never done before. But we recognise that, for countries, people from Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka won't be able to get over for September.
Yeah, it really makes sense.
Won't feel comfortable to do so. So we've introduced that for this intake. I don't know yet what January will look like, because we're dealing with September 1st.
I think this is really something unique, because I haven't seen this with any other university. A lot of university, they delayed their intake, but they did not do something like this. Like, it's a flexibility. You can come and join your course anytime you want. Like, you don't need to worry about, you missing out the classes, because you can and enroll online and already
Absolutely.
start classes, and at the same time apply for visa and
Yeah.
come to the UK.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and it is worth mentioning that you can do your first month online, and then October, apply for your visa, get it, and then come over, or even December, January, etc. So we really wanted to be as flexible as we could be, because I don't ever remember living through a period so uncertain as this. And I know that we want you to feel as supported as possible, but also to give you as many options as possible as well. So our online courses are amongst the best in the country. So if you do feel that you really want to come to campus, but you don't think it's going to be possible, it's still be assured that your course, the content is still of the excellent quality you would expect, and you can do it from home and whilst remaining, safe, distanced until you can come to the UK.
Yeah, I just want to clarify one thing to the viewers and students, that Coventry University offering the online opportunities, it doesn't mean that you're not going to study on campus. This is same thing as on campus. I think would be something blended learning, right?
Yeah.
So you have the opportunity, because as soon as you arrive in the UK, as Georgia mentioned, there is a 14 days quarantine period. So ultimately you would have to do the classes online that 14 days as well.
Of course.
So just to for students, on what stages they need to come to classes or come to university? Is it for collecting ID cards, enrollments, or?
Yeah, again, so this intake has been unprecedented, and we've approached it very differently. It's not as easy as just saying, on this day, come to campus, collect your ID and welcome. It's a very different welcome. So when you come to the UK, Zain.
Yeah.
So when you come to the UK, as I've said, you'll have to quarantine for 2 weeks. So you'll have to have an address for that. And then, although it hasn't really been fully clarified yet, what I would advise you'll be told is that once you've quarantined, you'll be invited onto campus to collect your ID, and then you'll have your full, as you've already enrolled, you'll already know sort of what your classes look like. And it is as well worth talking slightly about the blended learning approach and what learning is going to look like on campus as well, because I'm sure you're all eager to know that. So if you do come to campus in September or October, you will have a blended learning approach, which we're doing on the vast majority of our courses. That means, as shown in the video, you'll receive a minimum of 5 hours on campus taught classes as you would expect to be taught. These will be done slightly different to previously. I'm sure you've all seen videos, heard stories of sitting in a lecture theatre with hundreds of people listening to the lecturer at the front. That approach wouldn't really work for a social distancing. So what we're doing is more bubbles. So within your course group, you will stay with the same set number of people, and you'll have almost seminar-like interactions, which for me, when I was at university, was far more useful. I don't remember learning much in a huge swell of people, but when we were in our smaller groups, you can ask more questions and you can have more of a one-to-one conversation with people and lecturers. So you'll be on bubbles within campus for a minimum of 5 hours a week. That will vary depending on course and depending on your faculty. But otherwise, you'll still be having online learning. So you essentially will get the best of both worlds. So this is if you choose to come to campus in September. Be assured you're not just going to come to campus and then be told there's no campus learning anyway, because then you may as well have come slightly later. So you will have the campus experience, albeit slightly different as it has been previously, but you'll still get to benefit from online learning, and you'll still get to benefit from those social interactions with people and meeting people from your course, which is, of course, one of the most important aspects of university. Well, that's not to say you won't get that with online learning.
Yeah. So one thing is, in Bangladesh, VFS already, we can take appointment already for the visa applications.
Yes.
And we have already started visa applications for UK students, and they are already successfully getting appointments and also giving the biometric as well.
Absolutely.
So, but bear in mind, there is no priority service. So it says that 15 days general standard service. Now you
Yeah.
might think that, okay, will I get the visa on time? But as Georgia mentioned, since you have the option to enroll online, you don't need to worry about, if its visa takes 1 month to arrive.
Yeah.
Ideally, you can come anytime by January within
Yeah.
this period. So
Yeah.
this is
So
a fantastic opportunity, and unlike any other university,
yeah.
which is not providing, or except Coventry providing this opportunity.
Yeah. So ordinarily, you get your CAS letter probably about this time of the year. There'd be a 4-week deadline on it, and you'd have to get your visa through. But essentially within those 4 weeks to make sure you made enrolment. As as Zain said, as I said, that's not the case this year. We need to be more flexible. So you'll have, you can get your CAS letter and you can hold on to that for 6 months before applying for your visa, so long as you've enrolled online, which any student can enroll on. Made that valuable for your peace of mind, really.
Yeah. So there can be another question from the students. Suppose they applied for the visa, or they're going to apply for visa. However, they already enrolled online, and somehow they did not get the visa. Will they get full refund? They might think that, okay, I have enrolled online. Will the university cut some money or not?
So if they've enrolled online for September, and they're doing their classes online, I would have to check with a refund, but I believe if you were actively engaged in your course, then the course content is exactly the same online that it is in person. You're still getting that.
Yeah, but in May intake, the update we had, if the student started online, and if they have not, got the visa, the full tuition fees will be refunded. So that was the May intake update. I think that might continue with the September intake as well. So
that could well be the case. We have only very recently had the update on the May, so I wouldn't really be able to advise with September yet, because my goal and my aim would be that everyone that applied for their visa was successful in an ideal world.
That's right.
So as soon as I get an update from the boss's boss, I can update Zain, and then he can update all of you.
Fantastic, great. So in terms of meeting conditions, I know a lot of students would have English conditions. So I know that Coventry University is doing the English test. So if you can explain that a bit, like how they can book it, who is the English test provider?
Yeah, absolutely. So I know a lot of your students will do the IELTS, which is obviously UK recognized, well known. We also have the CUET, which is the Coventry University English test, which has always had really great feedback. And in an ideal world, I'd be flying over to Bangladesh to invigilate some of those exams. So I'd be seeing some of you right now, but hopefully soon I'll be able to do that. We've tried to get the CUET in an online forum, but that hasn't quite been rolled out yet. So what we're doing is we're using a few different English forums in order for students to be able to get their qualifications up. One of which is the Pearson English test, which you can find more information about online. And all the information to book your tests and get that in the diary is actually on our website as well. So what I would just advise you do is to have a little look. You'll find all the information there. If you go onto your region and then onto English tests, you'll be able to find it. But as I say, hopefully I'll be over in Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka soon enough to be able to do them face to face.
Just to update the viewers on that, Coventry University is doing English test on with Oxford International Partnership. So OIETC English test, so which cost you £50. So those whoever you have condition with the university, either if you are comfortable with Pearson, you can give the Pearson exam, or you can book this test, and we can help you. Our DACA office, CRET office will help you to book the test as well if you need help with that. I'll share our contact details for our offices here so that you can contact them and book the test as well. I'm sure you already have contacts with our offices if you are holding an offer letter and our existing student.
Absolutely. And if you have got those connections in Bangladesh, if you are in Dhaka or if you're in Sylhet, I would always advise you go into the offices to do that, because they can give you face to face a bit more information about it as well. If you are having some nerves or you want something clarified, you know, the team at Student Connect are really good, and they can help you with that and talk you through the process there and then, so you can walk out and know that it's already booked.
So also, I know it's already August, but if you can, and I know that a lot of scholarships already running out, finishing off. So
Yes.
if you
Yeah.
can a bit give update on scholarships as well for the offer holders, yeah.
Of course, yeah. So I know that if you're an offer holder, you know, a scholarship is a really wonderful thing for you to get. At Coventry, we've had a really fantastic scholarship offering for September intake, which has looked a little bit different to how it has in previous intakes. And as Zain said, they've been really highly sought after. So we haven't got loads left, but we do have a select few. So the details of which again will be on our website, because I don't want to overload you with information. But we do have platinum and gold scholarships left for Coventry campus. And what that entails with the platinum scholarship is a full year's fully funded and fully catered student accommodation. So previously, whereas you've had money off tuition fees, having a full year's accommodation at Coventry will save you 5-6 times more the money off your degree.
Yep.
Similarly, for gold awards, you'll get 2 fully funded semesters. They're the main points of the scholarship, but
Yep.
within the scholarship, you also get free access to our Global Leaders program. You get a free mobility trip to Europe, fully paid for. But I wish I could apply for this scholarship. Don't you, Zain? I would love a free trip
Yeah,
to
I mean,
Europe.
it's amazing.
I
Free
might
trip to
apply.
Europe.
Yeah, and all these extracurricular activities that you wouldn't ordinarily be privy to, or you would have to pay for. So
That's right.
there are still some of these left. What I would reiterate is they are going very quickly every day. So what you'd have to do to qualify for one of those is pay your deposit as soon as possible. Let Zain know, and then he can let me know, and I can lock it in for you to avoid disappointment. But they are going very, very quickly at the moment.
Yeah.
So if you want that full year's free student accommodation, I'd be doing it soon.
Yep, that's right. So contact our counselors in the local office, or you can contact me directly as well. Where is my email address and WhatsApp number?
Brilliant.
So, and I can always advise you as well. And in terms, because of the scholarship, as she mentioned, is running out very quickly. So I would suggest in next 3 to 4 days time, you must pay the fees by this week or maximum early next week. You should clear the fees, at least the minimum £4,000 deposit, and then we can send your details for the scholarship to be allocated. So in terms of students, they are quite thinking of that they have offer letter for September. Some of them even wants to change. A lot of them actually changing for January intake. However, we know that there is no scholarship mentioned yet for January intake. And we don't know yet, is there going to be any scholarships or not, right? So I think the best would be for you to start the September, because the students is thinking they are changing to January intake because they're thinking, will I be able to catch the September intake or not? But you can catch the September intake because of the online enrollment. So I would suggest to go for the September intake instead of January, because we have received already a lot of students inquiry saying that they want to change for January intake. So if you want to a bit give a message to students regarding that for the January intake, that it's better to go for the September intake because there is no scholarship confirmation.
I mean, I wish that I could see into the future and know if we were going to do any scholarships for January, because that would make my job a lot easier. And I wish I could make the rules, because that would make my job a lot too. I don't have any information about January scholarships. I don't think the university's even given it any thought really yet as to what's going to be offered, if anything's going to be offered at all. So previously, every intake has a slightly different scholarship offering. Some have none, some have 3 years accommodation, which is absolutely fantastic. That's not very often offered. We don't often give a full year's student accommodation because it's worth so much money.
Yeah.
So we've done that especially for September intake, because we want people to still come in September. We're very optimistic about getting people into campus and having that full university experience. So we've
That's
offered
right.
the best of our accommodation in this scholarship. So for
Yeah.
those thinking of deferring to January, I can fully see why you are. We're still in an uncertain place, but actually we are as certain as we can be in the quality of our courses, in the quality of the online teaching, but actually also, if you do choose to come to the UK, you'll still have the same opportunities. You'll still have your amount of on campus learning. You'll still be able to experience Coventry. I live very close to the campus, and I had a walk through there the other day. It's already teeming with life. It's great to see. We want students to be coming because you bring so much to our city. We love having you here. So, but in terms of the scholarships, I would really be advising, if you were if you were interested in that, to be getting on it for this semester and paying your deposit as soon as possible to avoid disappointment, because I don't know if there's going to be anything for January. I wish I could say, but I don't know. And I hate saying I don't know, but for this one, I don't mind.
Are you from Coventry?
I am from Coventry, yep. So I've
Wow,
lived
there you
here.
go.
I know, yeah, I've lived here for pretty much my whole life. And I love it here. It's perfect. It's right in the middle of the country. So I can be anywhere in 2 hours. I was in
Yeah.
London last weekend. It took 1 hour. I went into
Mm.
the countryside. It took 30 minutes. Why would I want to live anywhere else, in my
That's true.
opinion?
That's true.
You know,
I mean,
so I'm a very big advocate for Coventry, for sure.
I mean, I went to Dorset in the weekend, and it took me almost like 3.5 hours driving. If I'm going from Coventry, probably it would take me 1 hour, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it would take you 2 hours, but we have
2 hours,
closer
yeah.
beaches. We have
Closer,
closer
yeah.
beaches. It won't be as warm as in Bangladesh, though.
Yeah.
It's quite
So,
cold in England.
I mean, students, if you got any problems once you arrive in the Coventry, you have Georgia there. Previously,
Absolutely.
you used to have Louise, now you have Georgia. She would be giving you absolutely the same support and everything. The confidence and things already built up in Bangladesh, and Coventry is committed to continue with that. And that's why
Absolutely.
we have Georgia here today. And she would be same way, would be able to help you in every way you need in terms of whatever problems you come out. So
Absolutely.
soon we will have WhatsApp groups as well within our students and our with us, where you can be able
Brilliant.
to communicate. So that would be fantastic. And as she mentioned, so if you come in January, we don't know whether you'll have scholarships or not. Furthermore, a lot of you already passed CUET with us
Brilliant.
in last 2 years. So CUET is valid for 2 years, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. Yep, 2 years.
So if you have passed CUT with us and you haven't chosen yet to study, or you deferred previous intakes, this is your chance, because previously CUT was valid for 2 intakes only, but now
Yes,
it's valid like IELTS for 2 years. So you can use that CUT result, and you can come still for September intake, grab the scholarship. And if you're coming for January, you can do so, but we cannot guarantee anything that scholarship will be available that time or not, as university hasn't
absolutely.
decided yet. Yeah. So
Absolutely.
yeah, and in terms of student starting in January, since there is no scholarship, I
Yep.
guess it will be the full fees. So whoever if you have offer letter for January already, if you want to take it for September, we can still do so as well. All you have to do, just pay your deposit, and we'll take care of the changing this offer letters. And do keep in touch with our Dhaka office and Sylhet office as well. And would you like to add anything else?
No, I was just thinking about campus though, and that's actually very true
Yeah,
what you said about I'll be there from September. We
that's right.
hope. as I'm sure you could probably tell, I'm still at home at the moment.
That's right.
But from September, I do hope to have days on campus. So if you do come and you've finished your quarantine, if you need any additional support, Zane's absolutely right. I'll be on hand to help, and I'll be more than happy to help, because it'll be so great to see you all. So yeah, if you are on the fence about sort of September, January onwards, I would really encourage you to go ahead for September and be optimistic that things are looking much better in the UK at the moment.
That's
And
right.
you can start your learning on campus, but also you can start it online. So
Yeah.
really, we've designed this intake to be that of complete flexibility. So whatever's right for you and your personal circumstance, you can feel comfortable in doing so, which I just think is great. Zain, I don't know if you've had any students that have sent in questions beforehand, or if anyone's asked any questions while we've been running this.
Yep. So we have some. Yep, we have some questions here in the Facebook. So let's see.
Because I'm more than happy to answer.
Okay, someone and say to you, welcome to you. Hello, Miss Georgia. Nice to meet you.
Hi,
and
lovely to
welcome
meet you.
from Bangladesh.
It's lovely to meet you. Thank you.
So, okay. What about the application scholarships cast deadline of January 21 intake?
Yeah, absolutely.
We have discussed, yep.
We've discussed that a little bit. Maybe this question was from slightly before.
Yeah.
But to reiterate, again, we're taking applications still for September. We are also taking them for January. I can't say about scholarships for January. I can only reiterate the fantastic scholarships we've still got for September, though there are few. CAS deadline again for January. I know that we've extended the September one until February. I can't say for January whether it will go back to being 4 weeks or whether they'll extend it again. At the moment, I can't say. But as soon as I have this information, I will send it on to Zain to update you all accordingly.
Yeah, we have next question here. Can I get scholarships for LLM Masters? CGPA in Bachelor, LLB 3.76, HSC 5 out of 5, SSC 5 out of 5. Government scholarships, English version, background. Okay. Seems a brilliant student with a CGPA 3.76 out of 4.
An incredibly high achiever. Well done for getting those results. They're fantastic. Again, we have scholarships that are available to anybody. So if you are an offer holder, all you'll have to do is get your deposit in as soon as possible. Let Zain know, because then he can let me know. It's like a big chain. You let him know, he'll let me know, and then I'll firm up your scholarship with our scholarships department to say, this person has paid their deposit, please give them this scholarship. It's as easy as that while we have some left.
I mean, if you haven't submitted your application to us yet, please contact our Dhaka office or Sylhet office on these mobile numbers, and they will be able to help you to submit an application ASAP. And
Brilliant.
Also we have here our email address as well. And if you need to contact me, you can contact me here also. And we have some more questions. Let's check.
Brilliant.
Okay. Can get visa after HSC. Okay. After HSC is like 10th class. So you need to do a foundation course in order to come to the Bachelor Direct Entry. So Coventry University has on-campus foundation program. And please submit your documents to us. We can check whether you are qualified for that or not. And Coventry on campus, I think, does join class, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, is their embedded college. They do join class. So it's a good option. You can get the visa for your foundation year, plus for the whole main 3 years or 4 years, including the placement year program.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our foundation courses are fantastic if you're not quite ready for the bachelor level. And as Zain said, if you let him know your details, then he can check that for you with me, and we can collectively get back to you.
Yeah. So we have a next question. If by any chance students get visa rejection, what's the next thing I will do, as I have already paid my first year fees? So yeah.
Oh, go on, Zain, if you were going to comment.
So I mean, if you want to comment on this, and I can comment on what was the previous on the May intake. I guess it should continue the same. if your visa got rejected on the basis of just the credibility or from the Home Office side, you should get your full fees back.
Absolutely.
However, if your visa got rejected due to 320, which is like false document or something, you don't get any fees back, because it's not the university's fault, it's your fault. So that's why I always try to provide us accurate information when you apply and the
Absolutely.
correct documents.
Of course. I mean, of course. I don't think there's any reason in particular, Zahid, that you would
That's
get your
right.
visa rejected. But
Yeah.
as Zain has already said, if that does happen for whatever reason, because the university takes visa rejection so seriously, for yourself as well, that would be the case.
That's right. We have another question here. Muhammad Azimuddin, hello, man. I want to admit BPC for January 2021. So if I get a scholarship, besides can part-time work to support student tuition fees?
Yeah, again, so with the scholarships, I'm so sorry I can't tell you about that yet. I simply don't know. Part-time work, yes, absolutely, you can work part-time. There's more information on that. I think within your visa it's 20 hours.
Yeah.
I think that's right. It is worth mentioning as well, I don't know if you've said already, Zain, about the post-study work visa, because I know
we should. Yeah, that's right.
I know some students have been a bit concerned that they wouldn't be able to get their post-study work visa if they took online learning in their first semester. So I want to just say
I didn't touch that, probably because we covered it so many times in previous live streams.
No worries.
So it's
No
good.
worries.
Yeah, exactly. So even if you're studying online, but you will get full-time certificate, because this is due to the COVID situation, right? So they will be studying like full-time. It's not going to say their transcript like blended learning or online learning.
Absolutely. So you are absolutely still eligible for your post-study work visa, which is a fantastic thing, so long as you enroll before the 6th of April 2021. So as long as you've enrolled by that day in, where are we, 9 months' time, online learning, on-campus learning, blended learning, it doesn't matter. You're still eligible for it.
Yep. So I think you asked about, I want to admit BPC. Did you mean BPTC core? If it's BART professional training course, you need to contact with our team. Coventry doesn't do BART professional training course program. We have other universities which can help you with that. And yes, every student, if you are coming on Tier 4 student visa, and if you're coming on a degree or above level, you will get 20 hours work right during the term time, and you can work full time during the holiday time.
Brilliant.
Okay, next question. Can you offer me, on behalf of us in the university, to arrange a scholarship in January? Yep, as she mentioned again.
I wish I could. From me to you.
Yeah. So she mentioned already, January information is not declared yet. So that's why we are saying that you should come for September. And September CAS valid until February. You can come in anytime. All you have to meet this online enrollment requirement. Once you've done that, now you can apply for your visa at your pace. You don't have your visa, you don't have your bank statement ready, not a problem. You can start your bank statement now, apply after a month. Like you can apply end of September, you can apply in October for visa. There is no problem whatsoever at all.
Absolutely. So long as you've got your CAS, the last date on that is in February. So if you've got your CAS, then you can be relaxed.
Have there any chance to top up?
Any chance to top up?
Yeah, so this is question related to if someone done a HND program, or if you have done a bachelor 3 years already in Bangladesh and you want to do final year in the UK, yes, you can do so.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, I think it's worth discussing either contacting Zain or contacting DACA Select Office, and they'll go through your documents with you, what you've done, what you want to do, and then they can show you the Coventry courses that would accommodate that.
That's right. So what we need to check, basically, you need to communicate with us with your qualification. We will check what course you have done and what course would fit in with the Coventry University. Absolutely. Because in order to do top up, they would have to give you exemptions credit. So they need to map the modules you have done already with the course modules Coventry offering. So please do contact our DACA or Select offices, and they will get back to our UK office, and that's how we'll be able to help you out with that.
Brilliant.
Okay. Is it safe to come to UK in September intake?
I mean, I would say yes, absolutely. The university and the government are doing things that are essentially putting your safety first. So our government has acted extremely cautiously in terms of reopening borders and quarantining, which means the vast majority of the world, people coming from these countries will have to quarantine. That's for your safety and for the safety of everyone else. So once you've quarantined, there are still social distancing elements that are need to be followed in the UK. But it is worth mentioning that the situation is looking very good. Our numbers are very low and they're consistently low. In the newspapers, they're all reporting that it's dropping. We've got restaurants, cafes, bars back open again. And the whole feel in the UK as a whole feels safe and feels cautious. So I would say that it was safe to come to the UK. And, you know, you look after yourself, you stay distanced. But at the same time, the university's got, as I said earlier, the little bubbles. So you'll only ever interact with the same people when you're learning. And yeah, so I would say that it was safe to come in September. We talked about it earlier in the webinar. You
That's
can
right.
have a rewatch.
Yeah.
Go over that again.
That's right. I mean, in UK now, everything open. Whole economy is open now. All
Absolutely.
shops and supermarkets, everything open. People are just going, visiting places. So all you have to do is maintaining the social distancing, the guidance from the government. As long as you're following the guidance from the government, wearing face mask when you're going to shops,
Yeah.
and mingling with the people you mingle all the time, not
Yeah.
like visiting outsider too much. So maintaining this distance. So as long as you do that, you'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, I imagine it's similar anywhere in the world as long as you're careful.
Exactly.
You know, you wear your mask, you limit who you see.
Yeah,
It's fine.
that's right. So next question we have: what kind of requirements do you need to get scholarships in MBA? I can see that a lot of scholarships questions coming up.
Of course, because of course everybody wants a scholarship, which is fine. It's the same. So if you're applying for an undergraduate or a postgraduate course, you can be qualified for a scholarship. The conditions of your scholarship are, so long as you have your deposit paid before the scholarships run out, and you let Zain know, he can message me and then I confirm that you have your scholarship confirmed. So it's all around paying your deposit. And again, it is worth reiterating that there aren't loads and loads of these scholarships left. So it is worth, if you are interested, paying your deposit very early, within even this week. And then for you, but once they are gone, they are gone.
That's right.
Yeah, because they're very popular.
Yeah. So she has CGPA 5. Can I get it? Okay. Scholarship, we have talked about it already. What is the cost for the foundation program? So please do contact our Dhaka and Sylhet office. They will be help you with the cost of the foundation course. We have Coventry University on campus foundation course I have discussed with you. Usually course fees in the UK tends to be between 11 to 13, 14,000 pounds. So depends on how many semesters do you need the foundation. So please do contact our Dhaka and Sylhet office. They will be able to help you with that. Triple E I have done. So if you have done a Triple E, you can definitely, if it's a bachelor you have done, you can come to do masters in electronic and electric engineering. And oh, fantastic! You have already visited our Dhaka office, so they would be definitely able to help you with that.
Brilliant.
Okay, so English language requirements besides IELTS, CFA level B2 language accepted. So probably the question here, beside IELTS, what are other English language are you accepting? Like alternatives, probably he's asking.
I have this in a list. I'm just going to find it.
Sure.
Because this can help you. Just talk amongst yourselves for a minute, Zain, while I have a look for this information. Because
we have similar question here. any acceptance of Duolingo. So a lot of university now accepting Duolingo for admission. So that's why it's become quite popular in Bangladesh. Probably the interface where they take the exam is easier than other platform.
Sure.
And a lot of students is asking about this as well.
Yeah, well, I can answer your Duolingo. I have a Duolingo account. I'm learning Spanish. I'm not very good. We do accept Duolingo for foundation courses. So at the moment, it's only accepted for PSE, not for direct entry.
So if someone has Duolingo, you can offer a pre-sessional English program.
Absolutely, yeah. So if you have a Duolingo, we can get you onto a pre-sessional English, which will top you up to the level that we think you're going to need for your degree.
So yeah, that's great. This is a good opportunity. If you have Duolingo, you can go for pre-sessional English program. And Coventry University offering the pre-sessional English program fully online, and also it has some scholarships as well, phonics scholarship on it as well.
Absolutely, yeah. So other than that, there's the IELTS, of course, Oxford International, OIETC, the Pearson's Academics, and TOEFL. They're the English TOEFL as well, yeah. So Zain and his team will have the full specifics on what you need for each course. So if you have any sort of specific queries, I direct them to the offices or to him, and then they can get you the information you need.
Yeah, that's great. So TOEFL, IELTS, Pearson, and then Coventry University's Oxford International English Test. These four tests is available at the moment, accepted. And if you have Duolingo, you can go for the pre-sessional English entry. And Shahbaz Jahid, I think he's our current student. I know that he paid the fees already. When will the CAS letter be issued? So September CAS letter already issuing, isn't it?
Yeah, so CAS letters at the moment are everybody's headache. They started enrolling them 2-3 weeks ago. And as I'm sure you can imagine, there is a huge backlog of people waiting on their CAS letters. So what I would say, if you haven't had it yet, please don't worry. There is still a big list of people that are waiting on their CASs, and our admissions team are working all sorts of hours. I'll tell you, all sorts of hours to get them out to people as soon as possible. So if you haven't had it yet, you should get it in the next week, 2 weeks. But do be assured that they are being rolled out, so you will receive it accordingly.
Fantastic, great. So if you have any more questions, please put it forward. We can answer them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let me see.
No, thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. I know that is it 6 o'clock in Bangladesh in the morning?
No, it's actually 4 p.m. So it's good time, actually.
Well, my
it's plus, not minus.
Well, thank you so much for joining the live event anyway. I'm sure you've got 100 things you need to do today. So I really appreciate it. It's really cool. Even though I can't come to Bangladesh and speak to you face to face, it's still nice to be able to say hi, this is me. When you come to Coventry, come and find me, say hello. I would love that. And I hope to welcome as many of you as possible in September, and then ongoing into next year as well. Was there anything else you wanted me to cover?
Just one last question. Complete my BBA program that has left due to COVID-19, but I didn't complete IELTS. So what would be the requirement? So complete your BBA, make sure you get at least 60% marks in your BBA. That's the entry requirement for Coventry University. And then you can choose one of the Coventry University online English test, which is the Oxford International one, or you can give Pearson as well. So once you've done that, then we can send you an application, or even you can send your application now actually and get a conditional offer letter. So what do you have to do? We need your SSC, HSC certificate transcript, and BBA, whatever you have completed till now. Submit those along with your CV. We'll send the application to the university. University will issue a conditional offer letter. The condition would be to submit the bachelor final transcript and certificate. Yeah. So this way you can go a bit ahead and get your offer letter ready, and you know in the condition what do you need, and work on those conditions.
Absolutely.
We are coming towards the end of the program. Would you like to add anything else?
No, I think I've just said like
You have said everything. You have covered
so
everything.
I won't repeat it again, but
Yeah,
yeah, I hope to see as many as possible of you in September.
yeah,
But whether that be face to face on campus or whether you do choose to enroll and go for the blended learning, I'll still be here when you come October, November, December, etc. But when you do come to Coventry, please come and find me, and I'll be more than happy to say hi and welcome you to Coventry properly,
yeah.
because that's what we're about. For
Yeah,
sure.
once the lockdown, I mean, once it becomes situation more better, usually what I do after every intake, I come to Coventry as well with all
We're
my
honoured.
students. Yeah, we go to restaurant, you know, eat. So
I hope to be invited to this, Zane.
yeah,
You've
yeah,
told
yeah.
me now.
That's what we have done in the past. Previously,
Brilliant.
Louise and Russ joined me that time. So this
Lovely.
time you would join us. So that would be
I would love
fantastic.
to. I could choose the best place to go.
Yeah, fantastic, great.
Fab.
So thank you very much, everyone. And oh, Abdul Al Noman said, I have just sent all my papers. Fantastic. So he sent his all
See
papers
you soon.
already.
Brilliant.
So thank you very much, everyone. Hope you stay all safe and sound, and also keep in touch with our offices. Whatever queries you have, stay tuned. We will be doing a Zoom offer holder session day after tomorrow, which is
Yep.
Thursday, same time at 11 a.m. UK time. And all of you offer holders, I'm inviting you there. You will receive the Zoom link from our office, from Dhaka and Sylhet. I will be sending everyone personally, myself, email as well, all the offer holders. So come yourself in the Zoom session. You can have one-to-one discussion with Georgia. If you have any questions, inquiries, anything, she would be able to help you with that.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So
yeah, looking forward to that.
fantastic. Thank you, everyone. So bye-bye for
Great.
now, and hope to
Thank
see you
you.
soon all.
See you
Catch you
soon.
later. Bye.
Bye.